If you're a creator, you know the feeling, that constant battle with the beast we call procrastination. Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down a simple, really powerful guide to help you finally conquer it, master your time, and get back to what you love doing, creating. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? The idea is right there, the deadline is getting closer and closer, but you just can't start. You suddenly find yourself scrolling social media for research, or deciding now is the perfect time to reorganize your entire desk. Yep, that feeling of creative paralysis, that's the first sign the procrastination trap is closing in. So, what exactly is this trap? Look, it's really important to get one thing straight. Procrastination isn't some deep personal flaw, and it's definitely not a sign of laziness. It's just a very common, very human habit that pretty much anyone, especially creative people, can fall into.
Now, let's look at the official definition, because the last part is the real kicker. Despite expecting to be worse off, think about it. We know that putting off editing that video is going to mean a stressful, all-night session later. We know delaying our script will mess up our channel's schedule, and yet we do it anyway. That totally irrational choice, that's the heart of procrastination.
And hey, if you think you're the only one stuck in this loop, think again. One study found that a staggering 70% of university students see themselves as procrastinators. The big takeaway here is so important. You are not alone in this. This is a shared human thing. Okay, so if we know it's bad for us, and we know we're not the only ones doing it, the big question is, why? Why on earth do our brains choose the path that makes things harder in the long run? Let's dig into the psychology behind it. It usually comes down to one of these four things. Fear of failure. What if this video totally bombs? Then there's perfectionism. This edit isn't absolutely perfect, so I just can't post it. There's also avoiding anxiety. Scripting is so stressful, I'll just check my emails first. And of course, impulsiveness. Our brain just wanting that quick, easy reward right now, like watching a funny cat video, instead of the long-term satisfaction of finishing a big project.
Here's the real secret. At its heart, procrastination is usually an emotional management problem, not a time management one. When a task makes us feel anxious or insecure or just plain bored, our brain's knee-jerk reaction is, nope, let's go do something that feels better right now. It's just a short-term coping mechanism to dodge discomfort.
Understanding the why is honestly half the battle. The other half is all about a huge mindset shift. To really break this cycle, we have to stop focusing on the task we're avoiding and start thinking about the real, finite value of the one thing we can never, ever get back: our time. Just let that number sink in for a second. 4,000 weeks. That's it. When you start to frame your life that way, every single week suddenly becomes incredibly precious. How many of you already spent? And how many more are you willing to just let slip away to mindless scrolling instead of actually building your creative vision? This powerful line comes from a story about a young man who was constantly putting things off, until a wise man just hit him with this simple, direct truth. It's not about being smart enough or talented enough. It's about recognizing that time is the currency of your life, and you're spending it every single second, whether you realize it or not.
And the cost of that delay can be massive. There's this great story about a king who offers a poor man a life-changing fortune. All he has to do is show up before sunset. But the man decides, I'll eat first. Then, I think I'll take a quick nap. And by the time he finally gets there, the gates are locked. Forever. For us creators, every video we delay, every idea we put off is another missed opportunity.
Okay, so we've defined the problem, we've shifted our mindset. Now for the good stuff, your action toolkit. Here are 4 simple, proven strategies you can start using literally today.
First up, let's talk about the 80-20 principle. The basic idea is that for most things, roughly 20% of your actions will generate 80% of your results. So, as a creator, you have to ask yourself, what is your 20%? Is it spending hours tweaking your channel banner, or is it filming one really high-quality video that your audience will love? You've got to identify those high-impact tasks and pour your energy into those.
All right, here are your 4 core tactics. Number 1, eat that frog. This just means you do your most dreaded task, like scripting that really difficult part of your video, first thing in the morning. Get it over with. 2, break it down. Film new video sounds huge and scary.
But write a 3-point outline? That's easy. 3. Control your environment. Put your phone in another room. Use an app to block distracting websites. Make it easier to focus. And 4. Set smart goals. Instead of something vague like get more subscribers, try gain 100 new subscribers this month by posting one extra short-form video a week. See the difference?
So, what does this look like in real life? Well, the productive creator schedules their frog, maybe it's scripting, for 9 a.m. sharp. They use the 80-20 rule to focus only on video ideas their audience actually cares about. The procrastinating creator? They're waiting for inspiration to magically strike, getting lost in a YouTube rabbit hole they call research, and doing a bunch of tiny, easy tasks just to feel busy without making any real progress. The most powerful advice from all this research can really be boiled down to just 2 words: start now. Now when you feel motivated, not after one more cup of coffee, right now. The momentum you build from taking just one tiny action is the single greatest weapon you have against procrastination.
So, let's make this real. Here are your takeaways. Before you click away, I want you to do these 3 things. First, decide right now what your single most important task, your frog, is for tomorrow. Second, take your next big creative idea and break it into the first 3 ridiculously small steps. And third, right now, go into your phone settings and turn off notifications from at least 3 apps for just 1 hour. You can do it.
And we'll end with this. One of the sources points to this really profound idea from Islamic tradition, that one day every person will be asked how they spent the life they were given. Now, regardless of your personal beliefs, that is a powerful question to sit with. When you look back on your 4,000 weeks, will your answer be that you spent them waiting and delaying and consuming, or that you spent them creating? The choice is always yours, and it starts today.